Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Comfort Oladayo Adebero, and it's been a long time, but yeah, so I'm currently in Poland, and as you can see, I have my friends here. So today we'll be talking about studying in Poland, what to expect, and everything you need to know. So if you're truly interested in this, just stay tuned. Yeah, so welcome back guys, and before we start talking about what we are here to talk about, we're going to introduce my friends. And okay, let's start from here. So you tell us your name, your course of study or your program, your level of study, and everything we need to know. Yeah.
Hi guys, my name is Temitayo Muyasori Adumfa. I studied agri-food economics and trade at the Banach University of Life Sciences. I had my graduation in Montego, and I came into the Banach scholarship, known as the NAWA scholarship.
Okay, over to you.
So my name is Ademi Olabi Lawal. I've been in Poland going to 3 years now.
Okay.
I completed my master's last year. Presently I'm a PhD student at the Institute of Bioorganic Chemistry, Polish Academy of Science.
Oh.
My research is around neurobiology.
That's nice. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank
over
you.
to you.
Okay, everyone, hello. My name is Ayomide Igbariola, and I just graduated from the master's degree in environmental protection at Adam Mickiewicz University in Poznan, Poland. And I've been in Poland since like 3 years now, almost 3 years, okay. And I came into the NAWA Ignacy Łukasiewicz scholarship program, which is now Banach program, okay. So that's all right?
Yeah.
Okay,
I forgot to ask Mo, how many years have you been in Poland?
I'll be 3 years in Poland by November.
Oh,
I came in November 2020. I spent 1 year at the Polish language school.
Oh, okay.
I used 5 months at the University of Szczecin.
Okay.
Then after my first semester, I had to move to Katowice, University of Silesia, to complete my A2 level in Polish language before I started my master's degree at the Poznan University of Life Sciences.
Oh, that's perfect. So you guys have heard them, and I'm sure you know that they know their onions very well when it comes to studying in Poland. So the very next question I'll be asking is how you got to study in Poland, and I think you gave a bit of that. She mentioned that she was here through a scholarship. You
Yeah,
also,
yeah.
but I'm not so sure. So I'm going to start from Ayomide. So what is the scholarship, and if you could just tell us a bit about it, maybe you could share it between both of you, since I think it's the same scholarship. Yeah.
Okay,
So-
thank you.
Yeah, you can start first.
The scholarship was previously called Ignacy Łukasiewicz Scholarship,
Okay.
but now it's called the Banach Scholarship, but
Okay.
the popular name is NAWA.
Okay.
When we applied 2020, it was through submitting research proposals.
Okay.
But presently, what you need is just your recommendation letters, your transcripts, your certificates, your passport. Yeah, basically just those documents. We came in 2020, then we had to go through a mandatory either 5 months language school or 1 year language school. Some stayed for 5 months, while I stayed for 1 year because I wanted to know more about the Polish language and culture, and I felt I had time
Okay.
in my hands, and I was being paid monthly stipend, so there was no point rushing to start. So there was no point rushing to start my master's degree.
Okay.
And I could say my 1 year language school really exposed me, and that was where I met most of my friends that I still call friends till today.
Yeah, that's perfect. So I think I'll be doing a video later on how to apply for the NAWA scholarship when it's close to the time of application. So Ayomide, could you tell us around when the NAWA scholarship gets opened and when people can look forward to applying?
Okay, basically it differs across the years. So since I've been here, like the time actually changes depending on, because then when we came there was COVID, and then later the academic system also like kind of shifted. So it depends, it varies every year. So but most times you should be looking out towards the opening around like March. So when it's around March, April, you can actually check through the website, and there'll be the call for proposals for people to apply.
Okay, that's absolutely perfect. So when it's next year, if you think you want to study in Poland, this is like an opportunity to look out for, and I'll try and make sure to do a video on how to apply for the NAWA scholarship. So aside from the NAWA scholarship, do you guys know any other scholarship, international students can look out for?
Yeah, aside the NAWA scholarship, basically, should we call them scholarship? But basically, there are several courses, like mostly research courses that are funded, EU-funded courses.
Okay.
So I remember I came in via an EU-funded course. Like
That's for your master's?
Yeah, for my master's, because I completed my master's last year in biotechnology.
Okay.
So basically, it was an EU-funded, which covers your research, your tuition fee, but there are still no particular stipends to your monthly stipends compared to other scholarships, but basically it covers all of those things. So we'd say maybe a partial scholarship, not full scholarship, basically. So there are scholarships like that. Do we call it scholarship? Or there are fundings like that.
Yeah, like tuition waivers.
Yeah, tuition free.
Waivers, so and they are around Poland, like in several universities, but basically they are not publicized, like advertised. So one has to go through the schools, then you see courses, faculties, then you see some particular courses that are funded for a particular period of time. So it could be funded for 2 years, which is the space of your 2 years program. So most times.
So it means you guys have to like do the personal research, search for the university and check if your course of interest is, maybe it has a tuition waiver.
Yeah, could be funded.
Yeah, you could also check gopoland.com.
Okay.
That's where you can filter out courses that are being taught in Polish language and those in English language.
Okay.
And regarding the scholarship also, there are internal scholarship. Like the Dean and Rector Scholarship. I would remember I was awarded the Rector Scholarship for best students in some departments.
And you can combine that with the government scholarship. Interesting.
Yeah, so I think it was around 700 900 Polish zloty, so that was to take care of your feeding.
Per month?
Feeding and accommodation. So you could also look out for that.
Is there a special way to apply?
No, after your second semester for my school, they'll release a list of students with best grades. So if you are opportunity to be,
so you can't get that kind of scholarship before coming to the
just
school.
internal scholarship, like I've said, they are not publicized. It's within your university.
Yeah, that's perfect. So what if, do you have something else to say?
No, she said it though. It makes it kind of full when you get the tuition waiver and also a stipend that pays your rent, insurance and everything, so you don't have anything to worry basically.
Yeah, so it means that even if you come down to study, you don't just get here and feel like, oh, I've arrived. You still have to put in the efforts.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Because there are definitely benefits attached to all of this. Yeah. So let's say, for example, you don't get to have any of this tuition waiver, tuition reduction, then scholarship, the government scholarship and anything. How feasible is it for me, for example, to come down to Poland as a self-sponsored student to come and study?
Yeah, I think for Poland, schools in Poland are quite affordable. Like I would say for my school, my master's, where I completed my master's, basically you have courses as low as 500 euros per semester, which is quite cheap compared to other universities in different countries and even around Europe. But specifically we're talking about Poland now, and it's around Poland like that, several universities with several low courses, but the most that I had seen is, I don't know if I'm wrong, but basically around 2,000 euros, 2,500 euros per year. So which is still quite low compared to several other countries.
I think it's, since you said the highest is like 2,500, just similar to Italy, but I don't think their school fees as cheap as 500, but I've heard of Luxembourg, which have like maybe tuition as cheap as that. But if you'll be going to the UK, definitely you have to spend more. Or to the US, you have to spend more. So it means that if you are considering like sponsoring yourself and you're looking for a cheap place to study abroad, you can definitely consider Poland. That's very good. So thank you guys. And The next question I'll be asking is, what is the educational system like? And, what are the pros, what are the cons? Like, when you talk about, it's not like we are trying to compare per se, or maybe downsize a particular country. But, in the UK, you spend just 1 year. I think in Poland, you spend 2 years. Most of the countries in Europe, you spend 2 years. And, 2 year or 1 year?
2 years.
2 years masters.
Okay, 2 years.
1.5.
Okay, or 1.5. So what is it like? Is it intense? Is it rushed? And do you really think it's worth it in the end? So what are like the good parts? What are the drawbacks to the educational system? Just
Okay, thank you. For me, I felt it was intense.
okay.
I could remember my first semester, I was taking 8 courses. And
8
for a
courses.
master student,
Wow.
it was quite much. And the 8 courses were bulky.
Compulsory.
Yeah, and they were bulky. And the structure of my school, we had lectures and we had classes. So Mondays to Wednesdays were for lectures. Thursdays to Fridays were for classes. For instance, let's say we're taking econometrics at the course. Mondays to Wednesdays, you take the lectures. Where Thursdays and Fridays, you work on your own like practicals and exercises. Second semester was also 8 courses.
Wow.
Yeah. Third semester was 6 courses. So it kind of trained me a whole lot. I wasn't prepared for it mentally because I was thinking, masters at
Similar
most.
to undergraduate in Nigeria.
Yeah, more like that. Masters at most 2 courses, 3 courses, but doing 8 courses first semester, second semester, third semester, I did 6 courses. So for me, it was quite intense, but in the long run, it was worth it. I got to know about courses that I've never heard of. And in terms of the educational system, the professors are quite good.
Okay.
Not all of them, because there's this language barrier. Some kind of struggle to speak English very well, so it affects communication in class. But those that are good, they are extremely perfect in their field, and those that are not so confident in their English, they always find a way to make up for it. So I would say I enjoy studying my course, and though it's kind of felt so broad, agri-food, economics and trade, I got to know about business etiquette, food law, international trade, financial market, so it kind of exposed me far beyond the agricultural sector.
Yeah, and from there you can actually maybe choose the area of specialization you want because you've been exposed to different things.
That was where I got my interest in working in the finance sector.
Oh, good. Okay, so both of you.
Okay, so for me, let me speak because I was on Erasmus and I've been to Germany, and I would like to speak based on my experience. If I try to compare the academic system of Poland and that of Germany, and based on my experience and what I could say. So like generally I would say in Poland, the academic system, it depends on your university. For example, different universities have the intensity of the programs, of how the programs are. If you happen to be in a university that is like high ranking, probably like the top 10, the programs are very intensive. It now depends on you, like what is your aim of going into the program. For example, myself, I did a program that had more of like laboratory classes and the normal classes. So every class, every course that we had like the lectures and the lab class. The interesting part was that you don't have to actually attend lectures, like probably if you attend some lectures, classes, you don't always have to be in class, but the laboratory classes are like made compulsory for the ones that have the lab. And then we have like many field trips. For me, I really found that very interesting.
Field trips in Poland, right?
Yeah, in Poland, like because my course is environmental protection, so we go to different study lake, we visit many places, we take samples. So for me, I really found that very interesting. It was very nice and interesting for me. And then like my colleague said, we usually have like many courses, but the thing is that these courses are like 3 ECTS or maybe like 1 ECTS or 2 ECTS.
Mine was more than 3 ECTS. Yeah,
maybe like few of them, because when I was in Germany, they have like in a semester you could take like I did 5 courses because I needed like with 30 times 4. I needed like 30 ECTS. So the thing was that I had to take 6 ECTS. So each of the courses are like 6 ECTS. So if you want to compare the workload of 6 ECTS to 3 ECTS, it's kind of like different. So in Germany, for example, they do like end of the year like protocols. Their classes are not so intensive. So for me, I prefer Poland. I prefer the academic system in Poland because I got to learn many things, you know, through the trips, from the lecturers and everything. Unlike when I was in Germany, whereby it's more of like you're learning by yourself.
Independent.
Yeah, it's like more of like independent learning. They will tell you, okay, just go to YouTube. They give you a task to do. You have like group. Although it was also interesting in a way that, okay, I got to, you know, meet many of my colleagues and discuss and share ideas. But for me, being the kind of person, I think I prefer like the Polish academic system, although it's intensive in a form, kind of. So, but the thing is that if you're in a university and you feel they demand so much, you can actually change to another university if you're not. Yeah, you can change to another university.
Even if you're on scholarship.
Yeah, even if you're on scholarship, you can transfer to another school. So, for me, I really like the Polish academic system because I learned many things. You understand?
Within a short time.
Within a short period of time, like it was what I learned. Like I learned many things. Even when I went to Germany, like what I learned, for example, in the GIS, I was also implementing it in some of like my modeling classes in Germany. So for me, I don't know. I've had people say, "Oh, the Polish academic system." People are just saying it to make people come over, but for me, it's very wrong. Like the academic system is very good. Even their lecturers, they are very, very intelligent.
Not all of them.
Yeah, I don't know. Majority of the lecturers I met, they are very intelligent compared to in Germany.
Okay.
I would say, like based on my own experience, like I really respect the Polish lecturers. Maybe like she said, there might be like maybe language barrier terms of, but they are very up when you message them that, oh, this particular thing I'm not so good with it, everything, they always find the means to help you. So that's one thing I really respect about the Polish academics. For me, it was worth it. I'm really glad I learned like many things. If you're somebody that you really want to learn new things, you really want, you're a lover of knowledge, yeah, you're a lover of knowledge, then I recommend Poland. I recommend studying in Poland.
So I think you did something relating to biotechnology, and what is your PhD again?
Something around neurobiology.
Okay.
So basically, I studied biotechnology for my master's.
Okay.
So like they said, they have actually hit the point in several areas. I guess for me, Poland actually gives you opportunity for biotechnology to do several independent, intense research. Like I don't know of other countries, but Poland exposes you, like the lecturers and your supervisors allows you do more engaged research individually. Like you have to do many lab work, several yourself. So it was more like I was doing a PhD. So if I would compare my master's days and my PhD days now,
similar.
so I would say it was similar somehow. So that's what Poland gives you. It gives you opportunity to
explore.
Discover yourself in your research.
But do you have like adequate support? You're not just left to figure out things yourself.
No, you can always go to them. Like they said, they're very supportive. So we all know that English is not their first language, so we can always say they are not so good when you compare to yourself, but they are always there to help you to most times. And basically, as a research course like biotechnology, you need mentorship and in several areas. So I got that all through my master period.
So it means that when you're talking about practicals, Poland
is very good.
That's really perfect. So are there any like drawbacks? Okay, I think you mentioned already, like the language barrier is like the main thing.
Yeah, that's just the major, like I would say, because they are very sound sets of lecturers. And the problem is when they have, so when you think like the language barrier and all of that, you might not get the full information you are trying to get from the lecturer. But most times they try their possible best to be able to interact, and it's not really like they don't understand English. It's just the way they interact. They are not used to interacting with international people. So basically, that's just the system.
So
but every other thing you get it perfect.
You are sure of the fact that as long as you've chosen a course that is English taught, you would be taught in English. So, and aside from the fact that the programs are a bit bulky or intense, but in the long run they are worth it.
Yeah, they're actually worth it.
Okay, perfect. Thank you guys. And The next question I'll be asking is, what is the student life like and the standard of living? Are there jobs? Are there restrictions to working? The community, social life? So we'll be taking this like one after the other. I don't want to like bombard you guys.